Okay, here on MetalTalk, it gives me great pleasure to be here with the messenger, Mr. Glenn Hughes.
He's back.
He's back. Because, we know him as the voice of rock, but we can now say a member of Black Country Communion again. And
it's indeed a pleasure.
And a new album coming out September the 22nd on Mascot Records, Black Country Communion IV.
Very exciting.
And let's get straight to the nitty gritty, because I think it surprised a lot of people last October when news come out that you, Joe, Derek and Jason had reconvened together. Because 5 years ago, after Glow, we had a chat in this very hotel, and he said it was almost time for a break, it was over, so...
Well, you got me at the thick of it when it was going... Just so everyone knows, I was in a state of turmoil because the band obviously was not going to continue, and I was hurt. And I think everybody was hurt. There was a silence. And of course, what needed to happen was you got to let the river flow, and you've got to move on and not hold resentments. Resentments are killers. They're killing, But I had expectations the band would get together at some point, but I never actually thought about it. And we got back together and we decided we had to make a killer album. This album would not have come out if those songs would not have turned out great. So hopefully people will...
And I believe Joe reached out to you first.
He did.
And what was your initial reaction?
He came, well, we had dinner. He called me at the Hall of Fame when I was getting inducted to congratulate me in New York, and we got together for dinner in LA, and I didn't know he was going to ask me about, reunion, and I may have said, which I did say about 2 years ago, that Black Country will be the last band I'm in. I can't see me ever being in another band because, working with 3 or 4 different individuals that have different agendas is not an easy thing. So, for me to finish my band scenario with Joe, Jason and Derek is a befitting thing to do.
And the album's been produced by Kevin Shirley again, who's produced all the previous albums. What does he bring out of the band?
Such a good guy. I mean, Kevin, let's be clear, for those people, you classic rock fans, you know what I'm talking about. Kevin is very, very honest and straight down your throat. I have no problem telling you exactly how he feels about the song, about the performance, about your whatever. But amidst that gigantic interior is a very soft, sweet guy who loves family. And he is, if you ask this question to Joe, he would tell you that without Kevin Shirley, Joe would probably still be the greatest guitar player in the world, but Joe would probably be playing clubs. But Kevin is driving the car, and Joe's in the back going, "Where are we going next, Daddy?" Well, we're going all the way.
What is it that Black Country Communion brings out of Joe Bonamassa himself? Because, he's got quite a prolific solo career, very financial one as well. So what is it that he loves so much about Black Country Communion? Because listening to the new album as well, there's one song that he's sang on and wrote, the last song from My Resting Place. It's one of the best songs that he's done out of his whole entire career.
Incredible. I mean, I've known Joe 8 years now, and I've never not seen Joe so excited about an album as this one. He showed it to my house 10:59 a.m. every morning for 11 days in a row. And that's like unheard of for him, and it's not like I didn't expect it, but his commitment to this album is huge. His commitment to everything he does has got to be huge. But more importantly, my friendship with him has risen to a level beyond the level it was before. A lot of respect, apologies, amendments, all taken care of.
And how did you write the songs? Did you write all the songs together in the studio?
The only 2 that were written separately, he brought in his resting place song
Yeah.
for me to help him finish. And I brought in Over My...
Great little fun number, yeah.
I brought him in to finish that with me. I brought that one in simply because I thought we needed a One Last Soul kind of chorus, you know. I thought we needed a real radio track. I hate to use that term. And he brought his Hadrian's Wall, Song of Yesterday, like a typical Joe song for Black Country. You know, he brought that one in and he was talking to me about what do I think about a lyrical content about a violin on the Titanic, and I went, that sounds like an interesting thing to think about.
And on the album, I think it's 12 songs on the album, 4 of which go past the 7-minute mark. It's like 4 epics. I think it's 2 other songs go past the 6-minute mark. So did you write longer songs on purpose, or was it just the way it just flowed?
Great. Only one other person has mentioned this, Mark. The demos that we recorded, Joe and I record our own demos together. We duplicated the demos in the studio. We didn't edit them, we didn't like refine them, we kept them in the jamming form. Those songs that we wrote, which are on my iPhone, they sound exactly like they did on the album. We wanted to keep the same feeling. So we don't write specifically to have 2 minutes and 25 seconds of a quick single. We just write freely, you know.
Excellent. And let's talk about some of your lyrical content on the album. The Cove, which, you know, is sort of controversial subject.
Definitely.
Dolphin slaughter in Japan. And tell us why you chose that subject.
I'm very much involved as an ambassador for the Dolphin project. If you want to just Twitter that at Dolphin project. It is a company that I've been going to Taichi. It's a sleepy fishing village in Japan, where between February and March of every year 1,000 or more dolphins are driven by hunters into a killing cove and they are slaughtered. And dolphins, as you know, are what we all should know, are very intelligent animals. So they are in front of their children murdered and slaughtered for food or for circuses. And this is all this, since we spoke last time, all this has made me a vegan, and I'm very much an ambassador to the company, and I'm very much involved in educating people on dolphin abuse. And I am completely charitable to ending animal abuse, but the dolphin, I'm very much well educated on what's going on with dolphins, and it just breaks my heart. I see footage of things that are so disturbing. It would not be pretty to see.
Okay. And another song, Love Remains. It's a song you've written about your parents.
It is. I wrote the song on the plane going to do the service for my dad last April in 2016. And of course I wrote the song for BCC. I finished it for BCC, and I didn't get a chance to sing it till after my mom died. So when I went to sing it in the studio, it was like I was carrying the weight of both my parents, you know.
Because they're both very close to you. You're the only child, and
yeah,
there's something you spoke regularly about on social media. I mean, you were very close, weren't you?
People that know me well enough to know that I am a person that is driven by love. I'm a love person, and I'm not hateful at all. I mean, it's not part of who I am. I never really was when I was a youngster. So losing both of my mum and dad were like, we're all going to lose our parents, you know. So I was just trying to be of service, and my biggest purpose for the rest of my life is to be of service to the rest of the human race.
That's good to hear. And there is 2 concerts coming up.
Yeah.
We're playing Wolves
Yeah.
and Hammersmith. Is that going to be the only 2 concerts?
At the moment.
Yeah.
Simply because I've got things I've got going on in January, which will be announced soon. I'm going out with somebody we all know next year. Simply because you got to imagine this, that I have to be working all the time now, because I don't know how long after Chris Cornell and Greg and David Bowie, after these people left us, it's like I'm going, who's next? And you got to ask yourself the question. I want to go out and work, and I want to be of service, and I just want to be around people and do my thing.
You just mentioned about, sort of love, life and death. Do you believe in the afterlife yourself?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. When I saw my mom leave, I saw, not physically, I felt she was going to be with my father. It's very, very plainly obvious, in my opinion. So, people will debate that. People will, people who are, antagonistic or don't believe in the afterlife, or I choose to do that,
It's a positive way of thinking too. And let's go back to the band. I just mentioned the 2 concerts coming up. How much of the new material will be making its way into the set? Have you discussed that yet?
Well, I think a lot of it.
Yeah.
Simply because we wrote the songs to fit into this catalogue. There's nothing on Black Country 4 that couldn't have been on 1 or 2.
Well, I haven't heard the album myself. I think you've got a tough job picking which songs.
You haven't heard it yet?
Yeah, I heard it this morning.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's all killer no filler.
Look, we've got so many great songs now. We've got four albums, and I'm thinking they're all so great.
And it's hard to talk to Glenn Hughes about sometimes mention the band he was in once upon a time, a little band called Deep Purple. And earlier this year at the Café de Paris, you mentioned that Drew Thompson's making a documentary about the Come Taste the Band.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're on. It's ongoing.
Yeah.
It's pretty much a story about when Patsy Collins was murdered, and the genuine consensus that he was with me at the end, and I was put in jail because they wanted to get their money back, and they wanted to accuse me of murder, and it was very, very, very difficult for all of us. So we're actually doing a documentary on that.
I imagine that must be quite difficult for you to revisit.
Well, they want me to go back to Jakarta, and that's 1975.
Yeah.
I've refused to go.
You weren't meant to go there last year, weren't you, I believe? You was meant to go there last year for a solo concert.
Honestly, Mark, I don't do things for money, and they want to pay me a lot of money to go there. I don't need the money to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be in a spiritual place to do what I do.
Excellent. And obviously Deep Purple, Tommy Bolin was a guitarist then, but there was another guitarist in Deep Purple, Mr. Ritchie Blackmore, come back this year and plugged his guitar back in. Did you see any footage of that?
Yeah, I did. Look, all I have to say about Ritchie is that he's 72 now.
Yeah.
If I'm lucky, I'll get to be 72. Ritchie is an oddball in all the respect. I only want to wish him a happy life. He talks about not being happy. He wants to be angry or whatever he wants to do. Whatever he does in his life, he's a strange dude. But I just want to wish him only the very, very best. I had a great time working with him, and I hope he continues forever.
I hope so too. And just before we wrap this interview, we're talking about some of the old people you've played with in the past, but more recently in Cambridge, I saw you at the Cambridge Junction. That night you had a young lady joined you on stage, Lynn Jackerman. So tell us more about.
She's a lovely girl. I met Lynn High Voltage when we did BCC.
Oh, in 2011, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, okay, there's a girl playing in a rock band here, but she's a soul singer, and I'm thinking kind of what I do in the male part of it. So we've kept in touch with each other, and she sends me little pieces of music, and I just thought I'd asked Lynn if she'd like to come down and sing with me in Cambridge, and she was great.
Yeah, it's a fabulous version.
She's one of the greatest singers we have in the UK.
Do you listen to much upcoming artists, other new bands?
Oh, Mark, I mean, I don't get a chance to listen to that many. There are a few. Rainwolf, a Canadian guy I really like a lot. You know, so it's just the occasional one or two that's jump into my radar.
Yeah.
You know, I like to be turned. I love it when I get turned on to something great. You'll see the lights go on. Look, I want to be blown away. I want, like you guys in the audience, I want something to blow me away so I can raise my game too. It's something I just love. I love musicians, young or old.
And what advice can you give to a young upcoming musician?
Walk through the fear. Fear is the killer, because if you have the fear, you're going to lose the prospect of losing your voice if you can't breathe right, or if you're too nervous, you're sweaty, and you have to be very, very in the moment and very free, and just you can't have any fear.
Excellent. Glenn, it's a pleasure to talk to you as always.
Always, Mark.
Black Country Communion 4 is out on September the 22nd on Mascot Records, and you're playing Wolverhampton Civic Hall on January the 2nd, and also Hammersmith Odeon
on the 4th. Tickets will be gone in minutes, I think.
When was the last time you played Hammersmith? Have you ever?
Yeah, I have. Many times. Because my hair's so long that it gets in my mouth. I played there with... Woo! Last time I played there...
I'm trying to think, did you play there with Deep Purple or not?
I played there with John Norum in 1988.
Oh, right.
But I've been to the venue many times.
It's like a legendary venue.
I played with Purple there 3 times, but...
Well, Defensive Apollo, we should say these days, but we like to call it the Hameo.
it's always the Odeon for me.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, Glenn, wish you all the best for the future. And I've heard the album. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
Well done. Thank you very much.
Thank you.